All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's start this off. Yo, 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 hip hop heist, man. What up? We are back with another live reaction because we are live right now. So it's live, but everything's happening in past tense. That's a bar. All right, man. So Jake Paul just beat Mike Tyson in the boxing match of the century, at least the prize fighting boxing match. They broke Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor's previous record of, I believe it was gate attendance. Um, and yeah, so now we got Andre Ward, which, if you remember, he was on the microphone commentating on the fight. He was one of the analysts at the table, but he did a really great job doing that. And you know he is a retired boxer. So he was walking back to his hotel and he mentions, or he's reacting to Mike Tyson losing to Jake Paul. And then he mentions Jake Paul to daring him to say his name. So let's get into the clip. And yeah, we're going to talk about it afterwards, man. Hit the like and subscribe, and we're here. Peace.
What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? Walking back to the hotel. I ain't waiting on no ride. Look at this traffic.
Hold up, real quick. Damn, that's cool.
I'll never get there. Hotel right there. We walking back. What y'all think about the fight? Y'all thought Mike was gonna get him?
Ooh.
Talk to me.
I thought they were up here, but
What, Ben? Why you saying, bro? What? Look, man, y'all had to know, like, y'all got to do the math. Like, you know, I get it, man. Mike is Mike, right? We all want Mike. Hold on, Rich. Oh, we got time. I ain't trying to get hit in this crosswalk. Mike is Mike. Mike's gonna talk the talk. He gonna have a look in his eyes, gonna make you believe. You know, I'm right there with you on that. But like, man, I hope y'all just enjoy the situation and the fight for what it was. Good undercard, great co-main event. They stole the show. That was really the main event. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano was not a highway robbery. Let's not do that to the ladies. I understand it. People overreacting because Katie Taylor got the first fight when people didn't think she deserved it, so they're like, it's a highway robbery, but we can't say in the same breath that it's a fight of the year candidate, but then say it's a robbery, because the fight of the year candidate is a back and forth type of situation. Right. So we can't have it both ways. It's a great fight. Maybe Amanda eked it out, especially with the point deduction. Can't say it's a robbery though. Y'all keep talking about me fighting Jake Paul, man. Keep talking about that.
Here we go.
Huh? I'm an old man now. I've been retired 7 years. I ain't touched a boxing gym in 7 years. Why y'all want me to fight Jake? Gotta say my name, though.
Oh.
I can't even entertain it. You gotta say my name. Ain't nobody said my name in 7 years. There's a reason for that. You gotta say my name. We might be able to talk about it. Maybe something I can think about, but it's time that bro start, you know, he gotta fight somebody that's a real threat, because we know he can sell. We know all of that. But what he's after is legitimacy. He's trying to legitimize himself. And Canelo don't take that fight, which he said he wasn't gonna do it, man. You gotta fight somebody that's gonna give you some clout, whether you win or lose. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all don't be disappointed, man. Mike got in tip-top shape. The language wasn't, I mean, not the language, but the legs wasn't, you know, all the way there. The legs wasn't all the way there. Reflexes ain't all the way there. But that's to be expected, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, man, respect Mike for getting in tip-top shape. You know, respect both of them for putting on this kind of event, man, because the event was live, bro. I didn't think they was going to fill it up. They filled it up. It was probably maybe a few little seats at the top in the nosebleeds that wasn't full, but, man, they did that. They did that. You got to respect that, man. Y'all have a good night. I got to say my name.
So Andre Ward tells Jake Paul, you got to say my name, Pop. If you want to fight somebody that is still older, he's you know, I think he's 45, 42. But he would definitely, I don't know, that's crazy. Let's look up Andre Ward. Let's look up his let's look up his stats and all that. Let's really look. Okay, he's 40 years old, so he's actually says he hasn't touched a boxing gym in 7 years. Okay, Andre Michael Ward is an American former professional boxer who competed from 2004 to 17. He retired with an undefeated record. As of August 24th, BoxRec ranks Ward as the 67th greatest boxer of all time, pound for pound. Well, shit, there's probably been a bunch of boxers, so that's, 67. Man, to be ranked is hard. Let's be real. Let's look at this right here. We're gonna bypass that ad, but what you can do is hit that like and subscribe, man. That shit helps out the channel. Yep. So Jake Paul just beat Mike Tyson, and now Andre Ward throws his name in the best night's sleep you've ever had. He throws his name in the mix with telling Jake Paul on his Instagram live, he's saying, say my name. Like, let's get it cracking. So that would be actually a very, very interesting fight. I don't know the weight of Andre Ward, but he's way more on the south side of as far as age compared to Mike Tyson. Like, still seems like he's not up there yet.
I expected, bro. You know, you don't know exactly how it's gonna go, but I'm not shocked by that. Mike is 58, man, and I don't know how many people feel like I feel, but I appreciate Mike getting himself in shape.
Oh, yeah,
and being able to go back and forth with a dude, what, 27? 27 years old, 26, 27? Mike still taking good shot. And, but you know, sometimes with people that don't really know boxing, and they're just here for the, you know, the euphoria and the excitement and this Mike, and then you got the Jake Paul fan, they don't really understand that. So they taking every word literally, and they're believing it, and they expect it to be lived out fight night. It just ain't gonna always go like that, bro. 58 is 58. So you can see Mike's brain. Mike's brain was telling him to do stuff. Body was like, we ain't doing it, bro. When you, like, when them legs go, the distance between him and Jake Paul feels like 5 miles. He's trying to close the distance, and he did it early. You just can't keep it up. That's Father Time. Still undefeated.
Did you feel that Jake maybe carried him a little bit?
I don't want to say that. Kind of seemed like that at times. And to be honest with you, I appreciate that. Because I wasn't going to be feeling that. And I said that when I interviewed him. I said, man, he go out there trying to prove something, bro, trying to push the issue and do too much. I ain't going to appreciate that.
Do you respect him for kind of doing that in a sense?
I do. Well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Get a few boos, but still pay homage to an all-time great and a legend, man.
Andre, Mike said that it might not be the last time we see him in the ring. Would you rather that was the last time that we see him?
I mean, I don't know why we would go on, you know? Like, other than just feeling that high that you felt tonight, other than feeling that and getting all the attention, other than that, like, I don't know why we would go on, you know? Because even though you're preparing, you gotta factor in all the gym stuff. You know, that you get hit in your head 3-4 times a week. You know, you're 60. Well, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell that man what to do. That's Mike Tyson, bro. He grown, and he got that fighting heart, and that fighting spirit, man. So I'm not really, you know, I think this was enough, man. You know, we saw him with Roy. We seen him with Jake. I don't know where I'm going.
Who's next?
And well, I don't need to see that. I seen enough is good, man. I respect Mike for what he did, man. Got in as best shape as he could at 58, man. I salute him for that. Let's move on, man. Let's enjoy the kids. Let's just do something else.
Andre, you're obviously a lot younger, but you could still mix it with some of the top guys, whether it be super middle or light heavy. Do you ever miss it yourself?
Say it again.
Do you ever miss it yourself?
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Rich, where we going? How we getting out?
Waiting for her to come back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, do you ever miss it yourself?
Oh, yeah, I miss it all the time, for sure. For sure. Al Cole, what's up? Yeah, I miss it, man, all the time. All the time. It's
Oh, he's waiting for Jake Paul to say something.
you gotta just manage that thing, bro. You gotta have other stuff you're doing, other challenges, other missions. But yeah.
I do want to ask you about a fight which happened in your old weight category, Better Beer People. What did you make of Better Beer versus People?
I thought that I don't think Better BF, lived up to the hype. You can't have that reputation, that rah, he's a killer, and then that was the undisputed light heavyweight championship. You got to perform better than that. And Bivol performed well, but he had spots and moments where his body language wasn't good. He didn't hold the line, and he allowed the judges to give Better BF rounds. Fighting is not just physical punch for punch, it's your body language. Your body language has to look like you're in command at all times. Even if you are tired, don't let me know. So Bivol didn't necessarily do what he was supposed to do, but that's a good Bivol fight if you're facing Better BF. You slow the fight down, you make it boring. But that wasn't an all-time great light heavyweight fight. Nobody's talking about that. It's not something I'm gonna get on a soapbox about, but you put two other guys in there, swap the names. Oh, it's a boring fight. We wasted our money. That was not an entertaining fight. Meaning that Bivol was doing what he was supposed to be doing. But Better BF, you got to be the guy that everybody's saying you are. And he is. But in the biggest moments, you got to be that guy too. But don't nobody want to talk about that. They just want to go with the status quo and whatever everybody else is saying is wrong with that. So Bivol had a responsibility to close it. He didn't close like he was supposed to. But Better BF had a responsibility to be the fierce puncher that he was.
Does Canelo fight Better BF, do you think? Now that he is undisputed, Canelo keeps saying he wants challenges. He's not fighting
I don't think so.
What do you think would happen if Canelo fought Terence Crawford?
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him. But I don't think we're gonna get that fight either.
Do you think Canelo will ever get in the ring with Jake Paul?
Man,
We're gonna get you to the loading dock. We'll do one more.
one or two more. Like, I think if the money's right. If the money's right, he probably got a number in his head, and he said he wasn't gonna take the fight. He wasn't interested, but you put enough money up there, he probably take it. I didn't watch the whole fight. I gotta go back and watch it. I heard about it. I saw highlights, and we'll probably talk about that another time, man. When I can go in depth about it, man. But he got the win. He moving on, but it's tough for Boots, man, because the elite guys don't want to get in the ring with him. He's still facing the same level of competition. So you got a young fighter that's disciplined. He's in the gym, but the weapons aren't necessarily getting sharp like they need to be because it's the same level of competition. You can't fabricate fear. You can't fabricate anxiety, the types of things you are going to feel when you face an elite guy that makes your game elevate. You can't fabricate that against a guy that nobody knows and a guy that you're not impressed with. So because he can't get the upper echelon guys, he's forced to face these guys. So then he falls asleep and he gets hit. So he's in a tough spot right now. They got to figure this out because a fighter like that needs to be challenged so he can keep growing.
That's one David versus David. Better.
That's gonna be
Benavidez and Morrell.
I ain't even had time to dissect that and think about that one. That's a tremendous fight, bro. That's a tremendous fight. So I'm gonna talk to y'all another time
Thank you,
on that
Andre.
one.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Wow. So Andre Ward reacted to the fight. Oh man, it's kind of crazy.
My subscribers count on me for all the cool.
Easy, lady. We bypass those commercials. We definitely don't mess with those commercials. All right. So yeah, that was Andre Ward. He just told Jake Paul, so you got to say my name. If you want a boxer, if you want to get your name raised on somebody. Now, don't get me wrong. He is 40 years old. Jake Paul's 27. But Andre Ward probably still has it in the tank. We're going to go ahead and look at... I wanted to see... Tyrone. So Tyron Woodley got knocked out by Jake a couple times, I believe.
I mean, I didn't want to see Mike like that, man. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see him like that because if he had it in him, he would have did it. He didn't have it in him, and I feel like his peekaboo style and him cutting the distance off back in the day, he was up on you. He was in your face. You couldn't stop him. You couldn't get to him. And Jake's like, shit, I don't want to go too close because if I get in there, he might hit me with it, right? So it's kind of like him using jabs, one to fire off, which you got to respect Mike no matter what the age say. And Mike, I just think, I don't know. If I went out and go wrestle a wrestling match right now, I'm still a good wrestler, but these little motherfuckers are in it. They, you know what I mean? They're doing it more often. It's new techniques I probably don't know about. It may be a less hesitant than I am. That's what I felt like I just watched. A boxer that was a great, still in great shape. Let's give him his credit. 8 rounds is hard. Nobody in the stands is booing can do 8 rounds, not one person. But it ain't the Iron Mike that we know. So that's kind of what I felt.
Did that become, Tyrone, for you, as Jake Paul just goes past us soon, did that for you become a tougher watch than what you could have imagined it ever being?
What if Mike Tyson came out swinging exactly the same and Jake beat him? What happened if Mike knocked him out or Jake knocked him out? You can't get mad at these guys for setting up a big play in a big moment because we don't know the outcome. They don't know how they're going to fight no matter what they prepare like. And you don't know what your opponent's going to come out looking like. You can't put that on them. They did what they needed to do. They built up a big moment we never thought of. We saw a Netflix stream a live boxing match for the first time in history. I don't know the stats. You would know it. You can throw that shit at the bottom. But it's going to be stats that come out that say this many people watched it. So now we at least got something to build off of. Is this something that we're going to do in the future? Are they going to troubleshoot it out? And super fights we all have been doing super fights. If it's a big brand, a big name, people watch it, that's going to always supersede ranking and what somebody deserves.
Final one for me, Tyrone. What next for Jake? If you could think about a potential opponent.
That's him. I don't have to think what's next for Jake. Jake's already, he's planting the seed with the Indian guy. He's planting the seed over on this side. You know, he still got the Tommy Fury thing in the back pocket. So he can fight his brother, right? There's so many different things. That's on him. I don't really dictate what he do.
Tyrone, I appreciate your time this week. Thank you, and safe travels back home.
I love it.
Boom. So, dude was just, he called it like it is. He said, yeah, that you just watched a great fighter, but that's now old and couldn't do the same things that he did once then. Pretty much that was everybody's concern. We are just grateful that Mike did not take the dive, man, because a dive would have looked nuts, bro. Let's be real. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, man, let's go. Oh yeah, Jake Paul said that Conor McGregor doesn't ever want to smoke. Man, would Conor McGregor beat?
Did you feel Mike's power at all? No. He hit you with one, and you gave him the tongue. I only because the crowd got turned up, but it didn't actually hurt. But I mean, no one's punches have really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it. It didn't hurt. No, I was just off balance when Woodley hit me, but because I was throwing a check hook and I missed, and then my chin was open, and then he hit me and I went boom. But it didn't hurt. Did you feel Mike's power at all?
He said it didn't hurt. Man, how many of y'all think Jake Paul would have fought Mike Tyson, or would it have been the same way Mike Tyson 25 years ago? Let me know. Okay, let's see. Eddie Hearn reacts to Mike Tyson losing.
Fresh agave taste from 100% agave. Organitips, a fresh take.
Yeah, and Eddie, just your reaction to that night.
Just unbelievable. I mean, just the most incredible fights I've seen again. And look, I think if we're being honest, Katie's not as fresh as she once was. And she's having to grind out these victories with just the biggest heart you could ever see in the ring. And I thought it was another tremendous fight. And yeah, when she got the decision, I was just overwhelmed with emotion to see her get it. And, I'm so happy for her.
How close did you see?
I thought the scorecards were spot on. 95-94. I thought she just slightly outboxed her in the first half of the fight. I thought she outfought her in the back end of the fight. Both fighters were fantastic. Serrano is a legend of the sport. She's a tremendous fighter. But I felt we deserved it. But if it was a draw, and if it was 95-94 the other way, you can see it. Do you know what I mean? But the emotion that came out was like, I didn't think they'd give it to us. Do you know what I mean? Almost like you could feel it was against us all week. You could feel in the arena it was against us as well. And I thought we just deserved it in another thriller.
Who were your celebrations pointed towards?
Mainly like Nikisa and his team and everybody. There was a lot said during the fight, and I had words with Nikisa after the fight because I felt there was a lot of disrespectful things said to about Katie during the fight. Stuff away from just cheering on, you know what I mean? And it was just pure emotion. And I said to him, look, if you feel like I over-celebrated, I'm sorry, but I didn't like what I heard. I don't think they should have said it. I probably shouldn't have done that as well. But that's just me. That's just it's just what it means to me. So, and unfortunately, it hasn't been all plain sailing. And even you just saw in the press there.
What happened there?
I said only Katie Taylor's allowed up. Everybody else's team's allowed up, but I'm not allowed up at the press conference. So the team said, "All right, we won't do it." And then we just went up. But I don't understand. I'm not going to disrespect. I said to Nikisa in the ring, "You've done a great job. It's an amazing promotion. So just because I don't like the main event, don't take that personally. I'm just not going to lie about it. But the event, the promotion, the staging, everything, the viewership was brilliant for MVP. I give them all that credit. But I'm sorry, when we win and when we win away, I'm going to celebrate because that's what it means to me.
How difficult was this for you to be a part of? But not
listen, you just roll with the punches. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah. But as I said to Nikisa yesterday when we had a little bit of beef backstage, they wouldn't let me in the change room yesterday after the weigh. I said, guys, you got to understand, I would never, ever stop you going in from Amanda Serrano's changing room. Like, you've got to understand how the game works. And like even that there, it's just little bits and pieces. It doesn't have to be like that. But when it is like that, it's always going to be like that. And when it is like that, when we win, don't expect me just to think thank you. I'm going to say fucking get in there because that's what it means to me.
Eddie, what did you
make of the main event?
I didn't really watch it. I was in Katie's change room.
Yeah, Nikisa and MVP can't be. They can't be not letting a coach into the locker room of his fighter, like just because they have petty beefs or online jibber jabber back and forth. Like you can't be that petty because now you're really taking away from the fighter, which was Katie Taylor, taking away from her, But I think a lot of emotions get riled up in these fights and on both sides, before and during the fight it can get weird, but I think afterwards, you got everyone needs each other for it to work, Promoters need the arenas need the fans need the fighters. It's like a symbiotic, beautiful circle of life.
He was getting stitched up. I watched the first 30 seconds, which were quite entertaining, and then after it was just horrible to watch. And that's, I just, like, did you enjoy watching most of that fight? It was hard to watch, but it was always going to be like that. But it doesn't have to be. They're not making this for me. Look how many people turned up. Look how many people tuned in. So I can't knock it. It's just not for me. And that's not disrespectful. I love boxing. I don't want to see Mike Tyson stuck in quicksand. And he showed unbelievable heart, by the way. No one wants to see that happening to Mike Tyson.
About the 30 seconds that you saw, I mean, I know Jake Paul was
They
there.
got pillows on. They got 14-ounce gloves on. He come out like a raging bull. But after that, he was gassed. But Mike's a legend, and he showed a load of heart, but you just don't need to see it, man.
Right.
A lot of people just said, I'm just here to just watch Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I get it. But maybe they haven't watched boxing for 35 years and love the sport, and I haven't even had a drink and love the sport more than anything because that's what I do. So for me, I didn't want to see it, and when I did see it, I didn't want to see it even more. But I get the casual fan. Wow, Mike, can he still do it? Has he still got it in him? Science doesn't allow that, Right, guys? I didn't want to see it.
Okay, that was Eddie Hearn. Let's dive into some more artists. Some more fight professionals and see what they got to say about the whole fight, Man, hit the like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, and we'll keep rocking it.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody for coming and being a part of this
So this is Mike Tyson's team talking rough night at the office versus Jake Paul.
Historic event. It was the largest event in the history of boxing. I think we can all agree, especially the purist boxing fans, that Mike Tyson is the reason that this event is as big as it is. I think we can all agree, especially the purist boxing fans, that Mike boxing, and throughout his entire life, he's been the focal point and the living legend here of boxing. That doesn't take away anything from what Jake Paul has brought, but you need a dance partner, and there isn't one as big as Mike Tyson. We're very proud of, I think I can, on behalf of head coach Billy White, Coach Raphael, that we're very proud of Mike's his determination throughout camp. We all remember Mike Tyson, especially if you guys are our age, and of course we've been with Billy for 45 years. You remember him as the killer, the menace, and you get to see the pads and you see just how amazing he is. And we're very proud of him. But he is a 58-year-old man that has been in the gym and coming to the gym every single day. And some of us who are up at that age can't even get up and do 20 minutes exercise every day. But this man came day in, day out, and I'll let Coach Billy and Coach Raphael, explain a little bit more about that. Came into the day, busted his ass. We were the ones kicking him out of the gym most of the days, telling him to go back home. But he set the bar high for everybody. He went 110 miles an hour, and he's going to allow people of his generation to be able to go 80 because they said Mike Tyson did it. Yeah, and tonight Mike Tyson broke the records. Mike Tyson made history again. 58 years old, he made history again. Just before we walked out, he whispered in my ear and he said, "I love making history." That's what he's built on. So, yeah, we're a little bit disappointed we didn't get the W. We're a little bit disappointed he didn't knock Jake out. I think everybody of our generation is a little bit disappointed that he didn't stop the YouTube kid. But across the world, we're very proud of Mike. And I know everybody across, the globe. He got a phone call from, a good friend of his and big supporter, His Excellence Turki Ali Sheikh, just before, just when he got into the locker room before he went out. And His Excellence wished him the best and told him how proud of him he was and, gave him a big pep talk also. So he's got, love and support everybody all across the world. Thank you.
Coach, yes, sir. Don't lose the fact that he inspired the world and knocked out Netflix tonight. They went down because there were so many viewers. How great is that? That's a record he set tonight. He's like you just said, he set the bar high, and he's one of the greatest athletes in the history of the world. There's young athletes, boxers, they don't train anywhere near as hard as Mike did at 58. They're not training that hard at 20, 25. He inspired the world. He's a role model. Everybody got him off the couch and made them go to work on their own selves. And that's what the world is about. That's what life is about. Take care of yourself. And Mike inspired everybody. Like I said, knocked out Netflix.
You here, congratulations on your job. I just want to ask you, have you had the time to check on everything that happened to maybe find out what lacked this night? And I mean, another comment that Mike got through 8 rounds, right? So everybody doubted about it, and then he did it. I wanted you to comment something about this, please.
Please. Mike's done 8 rounds throughout camp. We want to make sure that we, built him up to the 8 rounds, and Coach Rafael and Coach Billy made sure that Mike was prepared. His cardio and his trainers, Tony and Andy, made sure that, conditioning-wise, he was ready to go. So 8 rounds wasn't the issue, but what we wanted to see was, ferocity. We wanted to see that tenacity. We wanted to see that aggression through 8 rounds. And, halfway through the fight, it kind of died down. For whatever reason, sometimes you have a bad night at the office, but we're not surprised that it went 8 rounds. We're not celebrating that we finished the marathon by any means. We were expecting Mike to go in there and be ferocious through 8 rounds because that's what he's shown through camp. So, but he did go the 8 rounds, and he finished on his feet. He finished proud, standing, head tall, chin up. It's just another day at the office, man. Mike's been on the giving side for a long time of giving guys losses, and sometimes we wear that shoe. Not that we want to, but you have to. It's a tough night at the office. Nobody's happy that Mike Tyson lost, but yeah, we're proud of him. It's not that we're proud that he went 8 rounds. We're just proud of the effort throughout camp, and the performance was all right.
It was better than all right. He inspired the world. He inspired people to get off the couch and get in better shape than what they were prior to this fight being announced. How great is that? He made all of us better, every one of us. And he'll do that the rest of his life with his beautiful wife, his beautiful family. He's a beautiful dad. He's grown into a beautiful husband. He's evolved into that. And we could never have imagined that all the years ago. Cus D'Amato and Camille Ewald, his adopted mother and father, would be so proud. Very proud.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Nice. Let's see some of these comments. Only thing got hurt tonight was the image of boxing. Oh, damn. Come on, people. He said, thank God UFC is on tomorrow. Oh, damn. Y'all ruthless as hell, man. Dude was moaning in pain in his corner and was biting his gloves in pain. Fuck these guys for putting him through this. Ah, shit. They're really going in on the comments. He says, Mike, we'll give you $20 million if you don't make Jake look bad. Oh, that's what they told him. Knowing he's too old to even be in there. That's crazy. That's how they fuck with your mind. So look, this one says, is it me or did Mike look messed up in the eyes? I didn't see them eyes tonight. His training and sparring that was released, he looked 80% of Iron Mike. Mike's still the baddest man on the planet. All right. So yeah, let's get into some more reactions from other fighters. Shout out to Fight Hub TV too. Dude is all in the mix. He gives us all these clips that we can react to. So shout out Fight Hub TV, man.
After the fight where I just stood there and fought with her, but I think I definitely landed the bigger punches tonight, especially the second.
So this is Katie Taylor. She fought Amanda Serrano. She won a razor thin victory over Amanda Serrano. People are, it's questionable. It's questionable, but hats off to her. She did kill it out there. People were saying she led with her head. I don't know. You write that in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. She kept head bumping. She did cut the right eyebrow of Amanda Serrano, which the doctor had to come in and look at it, but they continue with the fight. So yeah, let me know if even that cut is what messed up Amanda Serrano's flow.
After fight, and that's actually what won me the fight in the end, I feel. But you're right, another really close fight. Two epic fights, two very close decisions, and I'm just proud to be part of such another huge night for women's boxing. But yeah, two very very different fights, I think.
Of the headbutt from the Serrano camp, what do you attribute those headbutts to? How did those happen, in your opinion?
It just happens sometimes when you're fighting against a southpaw, especially. The fighter's going close, and it just happens. I was completely accidental. I mean, they're calling me a dirty fighter or whatever, but that wasn't purposely done. Obviously, I'm in there fighting like she is, and it's a rough sport, and sometimes you get head clashes. You have to fight through those things. This is a fight game.
Katie, obviously, after the fact, like it's this great moment. You've had this great fight, maybe even better than the first one, and then obviously Jordan kind of goes off in the ring. What was your reaction to what Jordan was saying?
I didn't even know what he was saying, to be honest. But I knew they were obviously complaining about the decision, but I really don't care. I'm standing here as a victor again. I fought her twice, I beat her twice. All the judges were in agreement, so I really couldn't care less what's been said about the fight. I'm standing here again. I'm 2-0 against Serrano, and I'm very very happy.
You again?
If she wants, yeah, I have no problem doing it again.
And just Eddie. What was obviously it's been a strange week for you. I mean, I know you would have liked to have been with Katie the whole week. Could you just talk to us about kind of the experience since you got to Texas? And
listen, we've had a great experience. It was an incredible show. Incredible show. I mean, look, myself and Nikita. Look, we had him and his team and family and us screaming and shouting throughout the fight. It's just emotion. It's just wanting to win, and it means a lot to both of us. So. I had my opinions about the fight. It's done now. And it doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my opinion. But what we saw is, and I said to Nikita in the ring, we saw an incredible promotion, an incredible event that had millions of eyeballs, particularly for me, so pleasing, on Katie Taylor and female boxing. So we're always going to be like that. But what they did was put on an incredible event, and this was, again, stole the show as the fight of the night and maybe one of the fights of the year. Katie was getting stitched up, so I didn't really get a chance to see too much of it. But it's done, and look, you saw what it did in there tonight, and I'm just glad both guys are okay.
Katie, incredible fight. I was lucky to be there at MSG first time around, and this one was just as special. So, what is it about Amanda Serrano that makes it such a special fight between you two? Because every time you meet in the ring, it's just fireworks.
Yeah, I think whatever it is, our styles just blend very, very well together. She's obviously very aggressive, doesn't take a backward step. She has a great chin as well, so it just ends up as a real war at times. She has a great will to win as well, like myself, and we're going to do whatever we can do to actually win the fight, so it just ends up being a classic war each time. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be sitting here as a winner again. I know they're complaining about the decision, but they're also complaining about the last decision as well. So I really, really couldn't care less about that. I'm just another win, another great performance, and we move on.
And is it true that you've agreed a trilogy?
Sorry?
Is it true that you've agreed a trilogy already? Or is that still in talks? No?
No.
And finally, Eddie, just for you, I know you showed loads of emotion at the end there. There's a big video of you going viral, going at it. What was the emotions like? What was going through your head at the time?
I just wanted her to win so bad, and obviously we're the away team, if you like, and there's nothing like an away win. And we have been like that with MVP, and we respect what they've done. It's great, but that's how it is. If they would have won, they would have gone absolutely mental, like me. I went mental. I made an idiot out of myself. I said to Nikisa, if I offended anyone, I apologise. But that's just what it meant to me, and I'm never going to not show that emotion, because the journey we've been on has just been incredible. And I wanted her to win so badly. And when we got the decision, which I worried if it was close, if we would get the decision, and also probably the build-up of a lot of big fights going against us. Madrimov against Crawford, close. Bivol Beterbiev, close. And it's like, when are we going to get the rub of the green in one of these big fights? And I thought we deserved it, and we got it, and it was just sweet as a nut.
Thank you so much for what.
Yeah, man, that was Eddie Hearn. He said he got into some words with Nikisha. Now, we know Nikisha is the owner of MVP as well as Jake Paul. So they don't fuck with Eddie Hearn too much, is what I'm learning. But, I mean, the dude is a legendary coach, promoter, and all that goodness. So you can't knock him. He's, he was just happy his fighter won. On the road, too, Nothing like
Here with Clarissa Shields.
Nothing like in a road win. Hit that like and subscribe.
She was the more aggressive she was learning, the more cleaner shots to me. I feel like she won.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I think that the fight was very, very close. I thought tonight Katie played off the back foot with the great counters and the fast hands, and I think that that's what won her to fight. When you're looking at if you're scoring it round by round, and that's how I score the fights. I don't really score it by
overall,
like, oh, is she stepping forward and body language, and I score it for round by round, and that's how I seen it. But I seen it being very, very close. And when they took the point from Katie, I definitely thought that it was going to be
a win for
Serrano or a draw. So I think that Katie fought her best, and Amanda went out there and showed that punching power. But a few things she didn't do. She didn't cut the ring off properly. She was missing with the big shots, and she did not have the upper body defense because she kept getting hit with 4s and 5 punches by Katie Taylor, and those add up.
Punches. Yeah, it was adding up.
But speed is power. That's how the headbutt part is just a little cut. It was the punches that kept opening it up wider, and then even she's knotted up over here because Katie was throwing with both hands, and Amanda's shots were hard too. It's just that you can't just march forward. You got to step. You got to cut the ring off. You got to cut the ring off. You got to set up traps.
Yeah.
And she didn't do that tonight. And I seen her fainting a bit better though. And that's what she didn't bring to the first fight. But listen, man, women's boxing won tonight. To be here in front of 60,000 fans,
it was loud.
That is a dream.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dream. And the girls, to me, stole the show tonight. Mike Tyson and Jake, it was what it was. But the girls stole the show tonight.
I think boxing fans were considering that fight, Amanda and Katie, as the real main event here tonight. But
For sure. But Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
Yes,
so
he is, yeah.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the main event, what'd you make of just overall how the fight went? And you, Clarissa, too. What'd you make of Jake's progression as a boxer at this point?
I didn't see any progression, but I like how Jake is a genius at marketing. Man, it is phenomenal to see that a YouTuber can get 60,000 people in the freaking arena, man. Listen, I be taking notes, even though I don't really like Jake like that. I take notes, and I'm happy that the fight went all the rounds today. I seen Jake trying to set Uncle Mike Tyson up for the okie doke with the jab to the body and the overhand right. I seen him trying to set him up. Thank God Uncle Mike didn't go for it. He fought a good 8 rounds. Hey, Jake won, but overall, it's a win for the boxing fans, and it's definitely a win for me for Mike Tyson because I just love him. Win, lose, or draw. I love him.
So who should Jake fight now, in your opinion?
Hey, say you want to fight Canelo? Now this is what I want to understand about the men's in boxing, huh? This is what I want to understand.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
This is what the GWOT don't understand.
We'll explain it.
If Jake Paul, right, and y'all complain and say, oh, he's not a real boxer, he's bad for boxing, this and that, he ain't that good of a boxer, why the hell y'all won't get in the ring and fight him and beat him? Couldn't no.
Nah, she right. She right. She fine as hell too. Clarissa Shields, all right. That's right. Let me get I want to go to this. Ariel Helwani, the dude that was announcing the press conference. The third man. The man in the middle. Pause. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But yeah, Ariel Helwani's reaction. Did Jake Paul go easy on Mike Tyson? Let's check it out.
Milagro.
Bypass the ad because they be acting up sometimes. Let's get it.
All right, friends. Well, as you can see, I'm back in my hotel room wearing the same thing that I was wearing on the Netflix broadcast. The night has come and gone, and I just wanted to offer some instant reaction, if you will, to what just transpired at the AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. So you probably know by now Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson via unanimous decision. You probably know this was the first live combat sports event on Netflix. I'll give you some thoughts, perhaps maybe even in chronological order if I can. I've worked for a lot of networks, a lot of productions, a lot of things. This was a really great experience. Everyone came together. There were a lot of, people who had never worked together before. A lot of people who, when you work on a production, it becomes a well-oiled machine. You see that with the UFC. They've been doing it for so long with the same crew. This was a lot of people who hadn't worked together before, and so it was really fun, and a lot of broadcasters who had never worked together. So I really enjoyed the whole thing. I must say that off the bat. I was very impressed with how buttoned up everyone was and just how much everyone cared. During the prelims, did I do anything during the prelims? No, I didn't do anything during the prelims. I did a couple of locker room interviews, one with Katie Taylor and one with Amanda Serrano, which I don't think ever aired for whatever reason. And then we did that open whip around, if you will, and I got to do my Marv Levy line, which was exciting and something that I thought of this morning. Only had 30 seconds. And then there was a period of not doing much. I interviewed Niraj Goyad in the back. I don't think that aired either. And so there was a period there where I did a lot of stuff that never aired. That's just the magic of TV. It happens. It's all good. There was a lot to get to. Did interview Jake backstage, interviewed Nikisa, then got in the ring for the Mario Barrios fight, and that's when things started to roll. The Goyat fight. Well, first of all, let me take a step back. The prelims, Shushu Carrington, I was really impressed with. Young man from Brownsville, top-ranked fighter. I think he's going to be a future star. He has it all. He's got the personality. He's got the look. He's got the charisma. He's got the fighting style. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, dude's from Brownsville, just like Mike. So he was flashy.
Lucas Body didn't impress me as much as he did back in July when he knocked out H2O Silv. His opponent was super game. On short notice, missed weight, is what it is. Shadeja Green gets her title. Congratulations to her. Niraj Goyad versus Whindersson Nunes. I don't know if in retrospect it was the best way to start a card of this magnitude. It was fine. It was entertaining. But I just, I wasn't blown away by the skill. And clearly, Goyad wins, but nothing to really write home about.
At all. That fight was... I don't know, man. The Indian versus the Brazilian, right? Yeah. Goyet versus Nunes. I really thought I had Nunes coming out as the winner, Goyet as the winner, but going into it, I really thought Nunes was coming out to get him. But
Barrios Ramos was fantastic. Back and forth. Ramos gets dropped early, Barrios gets dropped later, and it ends in a split draw. They should run it back. The crowd was into it. 2 Mexican fighters of Mexican heritage. It was amazing. So enjoyed that. Co-main event, super controversial. In the end, Katie Taylor wins via unanimous decision. I wasn't sitting there scoring the fight, but I will say upon watching it and moving around and doing all the stuff,
You had Amanda winning, I bet. Yes, sir. Let's get back into Ariel Helwani reacting.
I thought Amanda was going to get the nod, and I thought especially after Katie got a point deducted for the headbutt, I thought that she would get the nod, or at worst it would end in a draw. Very close fight. Obviously the cut was significant. Obviously the headbutts were significant. These two are magic. I mean, that should really be the story. These two are magic together. I would love to see a third fight. I would love to see it at Croke Park. You know, the 2 minutes versus 3 minutes debate is a fascinating one. I think that if it's a 3-minute first round, Katie maybe gets stopped again. And I say again because that was the debate after the first fight. If there's a 3-minute 5th round or 10th round, maybe she gets stopped. Maybe. But she's tough as nails. I mean, how you can't consider Katie Taylor the greatest of all time at this point, considering the level of competition. And this is no knock on Clarissa Shields. She's just not fighting, and it's like Demetrius Johnson in the UFC. She just doesn't have the foes at her disposal. When you look at Katie did against Amanda the first fight, then Cameron 1, then Cameron 2, then this fight. She's unbelievable, and she takes a freaking shot. Obviously, Amanda's team upset. I thought Amanda was fantastic in the post-fight interview, very classy, and a lot of people are mad that Jordan Maldonado, Amanda's brother-in-law and head trainer, got on the mic and said some things about Katie Taylor. Like, that was very impromptu. And I think some of the Irish fans wanted me to defend Katie's honor. Katie doesn't need me to defend her honor, and that's a passionate guy in a passionate moment. He was saying his piece. He was talking about the headbutts and the cut, and it sort of was what it was. It's not. I don't think in that position it's my role to defend anyone or defend their honor. You know.
Yeah, you can't silence. You have to always acknowledge how sound travels. You know, on a universal level, and that's what Ariel was doing by letting Amanda Serrano's cousin talk.
Over time, maybe you could get a little bit more forceful. I'm not perfect, open to criticism and whatnot. Everyone knows how I feel about Katie. Everyone knows how much I adore her and respect her. And it was a super, super close fight. I can't wait to watch it again. My takeaway is, though, those two are unbelievable. They're magic. They needed each other. They're two of the greatest ever, and I'm so happy that they got to do that on a stage and platform like this in front of this many people. I'm sure there's a lot more people who know Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are. They should have known who they were years ago, and so that to me is the highlight of the night, if you will. Scoring, headbutting, cuts aside, fantastic. I did hear from a lot of people who were reaching out to me about the stream. Obviously, I have nothing to do with that. I'm sorry to hear that happened. I think that an insane amount of people were trying to watch this live, and so they'll work out the kinks, and hopefully we get to see this again with Netflix. My understanding was it was around 72,000 people there. One thing about these Jake fights, people come early. And it's very impressive. And to see that many people in the U.S., I was just at Wembley for Dubois Joshua, and that was some 90,000. And we were talking afterwards, like, can that happen in America? Apparently it can. And it was impressive. And apparently it can when it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. And so let's talk about the main event. Jake with the entrance. Mike comes out. He's 58. And he will always look 58. He looks incredible for 58, but he still kind of moves like a 58-year-old guy. And so it was surreal to see him walk out there with the all black and all that stuff. Looked solid in the first. You can make a case for first and second round goes to Mike Tyson. The rest was obviously all Jake Paul. And I guess my assessment of it all was same thing I've said from the get-go. Polarizing fight. Didn't know what to make of it. Didn't know how to truly feel. Didn't know what to expect. Every criticism, every take was very valid, and now we got to see it, and now we can move on. I think Jake, to a degree, was in a lose-lose situation. He knocks him out in the first. Everyone says, this is murder, this is awful, this is disgusting. He knocks him out in the middle, same thing. He even knocks him out in the end, they'll say that. He goes the distance, they'll say, oh, he sucks, or oh, he carried him, and more on that in a moment. The only result that I think people truly would have been happy with is a Mike Tyson knockout of Jake Paul. I think that's the only one that would have sufficed, and that wasn't happening. There was never really any doubt. He landed a couple punches early on, but there was never really a question as to whether or not that would happen. I think Jake carried him. I think Jake didn't want to knock him out. I'm not sure if he could have, but he definitely took his foot off the gas last couple rounds for sure. And ultimately, I'm okay with that. I predicted a Jake Paul decision. I thought it would be a little bit more competitive to get to the decision, but ultimately I'm okay with that. I am surprised he didn't call out Canelo afterwards or someone else. I'm not suggesting that should be the fight or that he can beat him or anything like that, but it seemed to be like that was the thing on his mind. I am surprised that Mike said he'll fight again and that maybe he'll fight Logan, although I think he was kidding, to be honest. And so, yeah, a spectacle made for Netflix. And, on a selfish note, I know no one really cares about this. And, people want to say, you sold your soul, this and that. Like, man, I'm a kid from Montreal who grew up watching Mike Tyson, who grew up idolizing the Larry Merchants and Jim Lampleys of the world. To be standing there with a microphone and Howard Cosell and just staring at him at 58 is something I never would have.
If you know Ariel Helwani, from the MSN sports fighting show. He has his own show now, but dude knows more about combat sports than anybody in the world, I feel like. As far as stats, fight dates, he can recall things that, these old fighters forget or even remember, It's like you weren't even there, but he studied it, man. That's his shit. So it's nice to get his take on this. I mean, he's right there. The way he articulates his memory of these moments. Look at that. Mike Tyson looking at Jake Paul. That's some respect right there. Straight up.
Ever dreamed of. That's what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be in the ring, holding the microphone, interviewing these guys. And I'm very grateful and thankful to get opportunities like this and to be on platforms like Netflix and on DAZN and Showtime and all the other places. And it was a thrill. It was really a thrill, and it was something that I'll never forget. I'm happy we can kind of move on from this because it was dominating the conversation we thought we were going to get in July, and now here we are. But, impressive crowd. Some impressive showings. Katie and Amanda, obviously. Shushu Carrington, Barrios Ramos was a lot of fun as well. And the main event was a spectacle that was watched by a ton of people. I've never gotten so many texts from.
Bypass this ad real quick. 72,000 people, man. Damn. You ever been around that many people? That's like a gladiator, like a Coliseum back in the day. Okay, so looking at some comments, a blind man could see Jake carry Tyson to the final bell. Damn, these fans are ruthless, huh?
Text from people who know what I do for a living but are not interested or don't care. That was kind of cool. Family members watching and whatnot. And now we go back to our regular lives. In the end, no one got seriously hurt. I don't think anyone was hoodwinked. I don't think anyone was conned or anything like that. I think if you looked at this fight seriously and understood who was fighting and what their limitations were, this was the most, reasonable result to predict. It's a fascinating thing, the Jake Paul experience, and it's going to continue, at least for the foreseeable future. I don't want the Mike Tyson fighting experience to continue. We're good. We saw what we saw in 2020. We saw what we saw tonight. He's a legend. ride off into the sunset, enjoy your life. Don't put your body through this because I don't think anyone wants to see him get badly hurt or continue to get blows to the head. So these are my initial immediate thoughts. We'll have more, obviously, on Monday. And, of course, 309 coming up. And I just said 9, by the way, like Gary Delabate. 9. I see some news. Shavkat Rachmanov against Ian Gary, December 7th.
Oh, shit. Come on now.
Shout out to Ian. And then Colby versus Buckley. Like both those fights better. Like them better. Nailed it. Buckley versus Covington is way more interesting to me. And more importantly, Shavkat versus Ian is a fantastic fight. And shout out to Shavkat for taking the fight. He had the title shot. Could be shades of Dennis Hallman or TJ Grant. No.
Interesting.
Well, sort of. But he got injured. Anyway, you get
All right, so we're done with that. That was
point. It's late. I'm tired.
That was Ariel Helwani. Let's go to Daniel Cormier. Instant reaction.
Thing about this whole situation, and honestly, the production value and everything on Netflix was tremendous. But as we got closer, we got more interested in this fight. Honestly, everybody was watching this fight because Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. You know, I was texting Rogan earlier, and I was like, I cannot resist the urge to watch it. He said, I'm going right now to watch the fight. We can't miss Mike Tyson compete. I think, though, that the wool was pulled over our eyes. Right? We watched Mike do all these things, and we watched Mike in training, and you get the idea that he had a chance, but he really didn't have a chance to beat this kid tonight. And it showed very early. Fight starts. Mike gets forward, lands a beautiful jab that rocks Jake, and I think immediately that made Jake realize that he couldn't be reckless against him. But then as time went on, he realized that that threat was not as present as he might have thought. That first jab was probably the best punch Mike landed the entire fight. You know, Jake Paul, the boxer, is much better than people want to give him credit for. But I don't know that this does anything for that. Because he fought a 58-year-old man. He fought a 58-year-old man to a decision. That 58-year-old man comes out on the other side looking pretty good, if you ask me. He looked like you would expect a 58-year-old man to look in a professional boxing match. To their credit.
Yeah.
They actually fought. It did not look like either of them was taking anything off of their punches. It did not look like this thing was staged. They put 72,000 people in that arena. They put 72,000 people in that arena to watch that fight. That's a crazy number. Crazy number. You don't anticipate that happens. Wow, I did some shit to my iPad there. It was like following me and shit. It was actually pretty cool, man. I'll use it more. But I didn't expect the crowd. I didn't know what a live sporting event would look like on Netflix. That was very good. The one thing I did know, though, was that Mike Tyson would be in over his head. You know, I watched the training footage and I bought into it, but then you realize the pads don't punch back.
Right. I felt that too. And then also I bought into like training footage is only a few seconds, you know, a few minutes long. It's not constant. You're just seeing like some highlights. It's a highlight. It's not, you know, it's not a full fight.
Right? I could probably look pretty good on pads. I can't fight as I used to. It's unfortunate that we thought Mike Tyson could fight as he used to, when in reality, that was never truly a thing. He wasn't going to fight in that way. You could see his mind telling him, move your head, Mike, and he looked good. But while he was moving his head, and that looked familiar, the legs just didn't move. And that is what used to make him so special. Because while he was doing the teeter-totter, his legs were moving too, and everything was moving fast into his opponent. So he was not only threatening with his hands, he was threatening with his posture. He doesn't have that anymore.
True.
He doesn't have that anymore. Jake landed some good jabs. Jake landed a couple good right hands. And for as good as they were, and we've seen Jake knock much younger guys down and out with those shots. Mike took them well. Mike also weighed 228 pounds. Jake weighed 227. So you're watching him fight somebody more. Oh,
yeah.
His size.
Daniel Cormier, straight up. That is hilarious because it's tired. Get Daniel to sleep, man.
You watch him fight somebody more his size, which I think made a difference. But again, it's like, what are we going to do in regards to Jake Paul and his boxing career? What are we going to do in regards to Jake Paul and his boxing career? Because he's proven time and time again he can sell an event, right? We saw that with Tyron. We saw that with Anderson. We saw that with Mike Perry. No matter who he fights, it's going to be big. Not Mike Tyson big, because we saw other guys sell 18,000. Against Mike Tyson, he sold 71,000 seats. But is this going to be a real career? Because how long can we truly just do these fights that ultimately don't matter? And realistically, when you do these fights, wow, they are fun. They really don't do much to help a sport that needs everything. Every big thing should be done to help. When Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury to a decision, I said boxing lost. Every time we allow for Jake to kind of roll out there and put on these types of fights, it's not the best look for the sport of boxing. It really isn't. And I'm not hating on Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul is a much better boxer. People give him credit for. But I mean, how could he not be? Kid's a millionaire that's training with high-level coaches. His coach used to be at Kronk Gym. He was a fucking guy that was trained under Emmanuel Stewart.
Get this guy.
He's getting the best of the best
right
in preparation for these fights, but not necessarily fighting the best guys. I think we should tip our hat to Mike Tyson for going 8 rounds with a guy much younger, much fresher. We saw Mike take shots like that before, and when he lost his fighting spirit, he just wouldn't get back off the stool. Excuse me. He's in a much better place today. We saw Jake Paul beat an old man. I don't think there's another 60-year-old man that could be out there and do what Mike Tyson did. Mike wasn't even ready to say he's retired. He needs to be done. He needs to be done. He should not fight again. There's no reason. I already made $20 million. That's enough. You're making a ton of money on your weed business. You're making a ton of money in everything else you do. And you made $20 million in one night. It's enough. You don't need to fight no more. We all remember the guy that we all fell in love with as children. And that is why the idea started that he might win. But again, when you watch him in that state tonight, you don't think about that anymore. You know that he's an older guy that we all love. We all want to love and watch him in retirement because he's earned that. Mike Tyson's earned it. Yeah. For Jake Paul, he needs to take a real fight. A real fight.
Yeah.
Another big, strong boxer, but someone that's not older. Someone that we're not fighting for name cliche. Essentially, that fight tonight was about taking Mike's cliche, taking Mike's ability to draw people into the arena. The celebrities in that place was crazy. But again, all these people are of the generation that knows who Mike Tyson used to be. It's not that guy anymore. And we can't force it as much as we may want to. You know, all in all, I thought the product was good. I think the product was good. I think the fights need to be better. The fights have got to be better. If we want boxing, as boxing fans, to ultimately get back to where it was, and it held such a strong place in our hearts. So Jake Paul needs to fight somebody real. He needs to fight someone very, very real. Or I'm tuning out. I watched tonight for Mike Tyson. I really did. With the hope that he would knock him out. If I'm telling you the God honest truth. But at the end of the day, he needs to fight somebody real. Before I go, Roy Jones Jr. and Morrow is my guy. Roy Jones can't try to prove he's right about Mike biting the glove and playing with the mouth guard. It's just not that important. And as a broadcast team, you can't be in direct conflict with each other like that, especially when you guys are working for a company where they're rolling out a new product.
Right.
And Morrow handled it beautifully. Hey, Roy, you're a Hall of Fame and world champion. I'm not trying to get into an argument with you, but I know Morrow. He probably watched 30 fights from Mike Tyson's career as he was in preparation for that. So if he's saying that that's been a tick, probably a tick. You don't need to be right all the time because you're the better person in the sport that you call it. You guys are rolling out a brand new product.
Right.
Roy needed to let that go. Just let it go. It's not that big a deal. Because if you let it go, I wouldn't be going, you can't do that on a broadcast. You're rolling out a brand new product. Don't let that point be the reason that Netflix goes, I want somebody else in that seat the next time.
Wow.
All in all, pretty good though. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the walks. I enjoyed the build. I enjoyed the crowd. I loved the energy. But next time, give me a real fight. And let's see what happens. All right, guys.
Hey, man, that's from the heavyweight UFC champion, former, two-time, the double champ. I think it was 2 weight classes. DC won, but, you know, he was right. You can't be fighting with your other commentators on the show because this is a new product. You could easily be replaced. Anybody is replaceable, so I want to go to Colby Covington now.
Cash back with Chase.
You know, he always got something to say. This is Colby Covington from the UFC. He's a UFC fighter. Man, where's the damn... Let's see. Where's that Skip? Come on, Skip. Come on, Skip.
It's his passion, but I don't know. I think Jake looked a little soft tonight. He don't look like a real boxer, a pro boxer that's been training the last 10 years. So, you know, he needs to come see me one day. A guy that's in his prime that's going to walk him down and have that cardio. So,
did you expect him to knock Mike Tyson out tonight?
I did, yeah. I thought, you know, Mike's a little bit older. You know, he had a problem. You know, they had to push back the first fight because, you know, he had like a stroke on a plane or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
also,
I was just scared. I didn't want to see Mike get hurt. I'm happy he's walking out of that ring and he's healthy tonight. So, super happy. Everything went well, and you know, it was a spectacle. All the fans enjoyed the show.
You want to fight Jake Paul?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'd love to fight him. He's talked a lot of shit about me in the past. I'd love to see him back it up. For sure, I'm definitely. That's all I've been practicing the last couple of years, just straight boxing, man. Boxing and wrestling. So I know I can mix up the hands and implement that Tyson Fury style where I really just drag on you. I wear on you, and I just get in the clinch and dirty box and just put the pressure on. No one can keep up with me. That's why they call me the cardio king.
What happens if you fight Jake? How do you knock him out?
Just pressure, you know, get him tired. Look, he don't like to fight in the pocket. He likes to sit back, 1, 2. You know, sit back, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's all he's got. He ain't got shit. A little bit of a hook, But I walk him down, I get in the pocket, I wear on him, I dirty box him, and I finish him inside 8 for sure.
All right. How do you see the main event tomorrow night with John Jones?
I think I hope Stipe wins, man. I love first responders. God bless all the first responders out there that are keeping our nation safe. I hope Stipe gets it done and shocks the world.
You think he does it, though?
Do I think he does it? I don't know. I guess we're going to see. He's a little bit older as well. He's 42. It's a little bit past his time, but, got to respect the guy. He's the heavyweight go to the UFC.
I know he has to get that win, but do you think Tom Aspinall's the guy to beat John Jones?
For sure. John's scared of him. He's ducking him, man. He don't want to fight fucking Tom Aspinall. That's why he's like, I'll vacate the title. I'll fight the number 10 guy. He's fucking scared. Why do people think John Jones is a GOAT? He literally destroyed his legacy by ducking Tom Aspinall. The guy's a fucking bitch. He's a coward, and he's a woman beater. He beat his fucking wife. Fuck you, John Jones.
All right. Thank you, Colby. Appreciate it.
I message Trump. God bless you. Love you, fucking 47, 45. I'm going to see you at Mar-a-Lago, son. Thank you for everything you've done to support me. Thank you for signing my fucking MAGA hat. I mean, there's only... Yeah, you signed it for me. It's one of 8 fucking MAGA signed hats in the world. There's only 8 of them. So God bless President Trump. It's about to be the best 4 years ever. Even the Democrats that hate him, they're about to prosper under his fucking nation. He's gonna secure our border. He's gonna fucking lower inflation, lower taxes, and everybody in America is gonna be fucking prosperous again.
Look at him. This motherfucker looks like the American Psycho. Look at that smile. Oh shit. All right, but that was from Colby Covington, UFC fighter. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about the whole fight and what everybody said so far? Let's see. Oh shit, worst fight ever. Okay, we're really gonna get into it then.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel bad watching this
Who's this? Oh, this Deji, KSI's brother.
fight. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it feels bad, man.
Yeah. I felt that too. I definitely felt that too. That's Gervonta. Gervonta said to the bozo that shared the ring with you, shared the ring with Mike, you a whole bozo for this, and you didn't get the job done, shithead. He said. That's Gervonta Davis, man. You think we could see a Gervonta and Jake Paul? Okay, nice. Terrence Crawford. I love Mike Tyson, but they giving him too much credit. He looked like trash to train that long and only throw 97 punches the whole fight. It's crazy. I'm just glad he didn't get hurt out there. Oh, that was damn. I mean, he ain't wrong. Oh, let's bypass this little ad and look at some comments. They say Jake Paul is going to shill Corden token hard after this match. Mike Tyson should never been in that ring. Should have hedged my bets on Corden token. So there must be some kind of Indian fucking casino or some shit. You know how they do. Let's get
go, champ.
I see Vander Holyfield.
Tell me something, nigga. Tell me something. Get in there, kick ass. That's what you do. Do it. Cut off the ring. Get it.
Damn, Mike is a savage, bruh.
How you doing? You doing good? You look good. I'm good, man. Thanks. Happy birthday, man. Well, thank you.
All right. Yes.
Time for the party now.
That's right, baby.
The party's gonna begin.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
All right, baby.
Thank you, man.
While Jake Paul's girlfriend there was worried about her boyfriend going in the ring with Mike Tyson that night, Logan Paul was worried about getting Prime into the venue and said he had to put it on himself and pretend he was drinking it because Jake Paul has a different sponsor.
Any predictions for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
Jake will win, of course. Definitely by decision, and I think by a knockout or knockdown, actually. I think a knockdown in round 5.
Okay. Are you feeling nervous?
Yeah. But I think that's good. If I wouldn't, it's kind of weird, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
He told me before his goal is to fight Canelo, so that's
Tommy Fury says, who we got tonight, guys? Tyson Paul? Join me, Mike Tyson, and get the job done. KSI was not a fan of this bout going ahead at all, and just a couple hours out was putting out warnings to everyone about it. Jake Paul will knock out Mike Tyson. This will not be close at all. Boxing's a young man's game, and Mike Tyson is 58 years old. They're sending a lamb to the slaughterhouse, and it's disgusting. Conor McGregor had absolutely gone off on a rant at Jake Paul not too. Conor McGregor says Jake Paul is the biggest piss bag I've ever seen in my life. 40-pound weight difference juiced out of his head and still shit himself in there. Nikki, so you should take him.
Okay, so this is Conor McGregor. Let's see. Yeah, he's going in.
Says Jake Paul is the biggest piss bag I've ever seen in my life. 40-pound weight difference juiced out of his head and still shit himself in there. Nikki, so you should take him to Vegas. Oh, that's right, you can never. The athlete.
Come on, bro. What the fuck, bro? Let's talk about it. Yo, man, want to say...
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Hip Hop Heist. I'm going to go live. I'm going to be here for about 15 more minutes. We just reacting to different fighters and celebrities talking about the fight, man.
Thank you. He told me before his goal is to fight Canelo, so that's
Tommy Fury says, who we got tonight, guys? Tyson Paul? Join me, Mike Tyson, and get the job done. KSI was not a fan of this bout going ahead at all, and just a couple hours out was putting out warnings to everyone about it. Jake Paul will knock out Mike Tyson. This will not be close at all. Boxing's a young man's game, and Mike Tyson is 58 years old. They're sending a lamb to the slaughterhouse, and it's disgusting. Conor McGregor had absolutely gone off on a rant at Jake Paul not too. Conor McGregor says Jake Paul is the biggest piss bag I've ever seen in my life. 40-pound weight difference juiced out of his head and still shit himself in there. Nikki, so you should take him to Vegas. Oh, that's right, you can never. The Athletic Commission testing is real testing. And
Yeah, so, I don't know about you guys, but I feel bad watching this.
swear to God, a fat can of bitch piss, most valuable piss bag. As Logan Paul's brother was about to go in the ring against the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson, the main thing Logan was worried about was literally a bet that Drake had made. This is literally moments before they was about to fight, he come out with it.
This motherfucker Drake bet $355,000 on Mike Tyson.
That's kind of fucked up.
Extremely.
Best night of your life, best job in the world. Built for these moments, built for this shit, one of a kind, once in a generation. My guy, my brother in Christ, God is with you. He is here, he's protecting you, he's beside you. Everything you've ever done, Jake, tonight. Tonight is the moment. Slow, be you, have fun, do what you're built to do.
Both these guys had serious aura on arrival. Mike Tyson with his legendary looking jacket, and Jake Paul come with his girlfriend, and at the end of this was making gestures that he was going to do a magnet. KSI had a little treat outside for Jake Paul, saying shame on you, he's 58 years old, and to be fair, he's been letting it known how much of a problem he had with this fight. He didn't think it was going to be good at all.
Does this man actually improve? What's this?
Don't charge at me, Tyson. Drink Celsius.
Nah. Bro, I'm sorry. Honestly, that was, fuck it, I'm a phone overhead. But yeah, I've seen, parts of his, training footage. Oh, God, he just looks awful, man. He just looks so slow, so sluggish. This isn't his natural way. It is what it is. I still think he's going to absolutely destroy Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson is old as fuck. And when he does get obliterated, and then people on Twitter are going to be like, how did we let this happen? Oh no, this is so bad. Yeah, I'm going to be the one being like, well, I fucking told you, okay?
These guys just get paid way too much money. It was said that Jake Paul spent $1 million on his outfit for the fight. These guys, the bag they're getting paid is just too much for this design.
Yeah, this outfit that I've made for the fight is the most expensive fight outfit in the history of boxing. It's $1 million.
Jake Paul was not going in there with nice intentions at all and wanted to make him pay for the slap that he received in the weigh-in and was mocking him over the toe. Excuse.
Hours later, how do you feel about what Mike did to you?
I'm so happy he did that. You know, this makes it real. It makes it personal. And when I beat his ass in a couple of moments here, no one can say anything. People want to see me fail. They want to see me lose. They want to see me get knocked out. And then they're going to make excuses for Mike Tyson when he's the one that does that. This is serious now, and I'm knocking him the fuck out.
He said that you stepped on his toe, and that's why he was mad.
Oh, I stepped on his widow toe. Like, isn't he the big bad Mike Tyson? He's just looking for any excuse to get riled up. He's aggravated. He's that violent killer Mike that I've wanted to come out, but that's going to be working against him because he's going to get tired trying to come out, swing hard, being all aggressive. I'm in Mike Tyson's head when he's normally the one that's in his opponent's head, but that's what makes me such a great fighter is because I know how to make people pissed off.
Jake Paul, it seems, was still doing some promo leading up to the fight just a couple hours before he jumped on a call with Ice Show Speed that went wrong. Jake Paul's family will really encourage him to go and do some damage, especially his mum was coming out with the craziest things just because he got slapped. It barely connected and sent his head back still, and they wanted them to do damage.
I'm gonna kill my for you. Fucking little bitch.
You slap harder than him.
I didn't know I was.
I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't what people was expecting. Mike Tyson, age has caught up with him like it does everyone, and it probably shouldn't have been in there.
Man, so that was some more fighters and celebrities reacting. Let's get to I wanted to see one person. This is who I wanted. Oh, yeah. I wanted to see, boom, right here. Where was Floyd at? Man, it's freezing. I gotta turn this heater on real quick. So yeah, we're gonna get into it and just see what the fighters are talking about.
Tyson's backside, literally live on Netflix.
Do you want you to get you more violent result?
I don't pay any attention to it. We're fighting now. Nothing matters anymore.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Doug.
Love you.
Love you too.
Oh, that's his son, Amir. Oh, damn. Come on, bro. I remember that. That was hilarious. Oh, yeah, the stream cut out. Everybody's stream cut out because Netflix crashed. Oh, this video is called The Failed Event. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Okay, so they're going to point out all the failed moments. Let's see it.
Not to mention, no one could even watch the undercard because everyone's streams were buffering. Your internet speed looked good. Still having trouble? People was getting screens like this, and people just getting the loading sign of the number on Netflix as well for the big fights like Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. In that fight, it was just literally full of headbutts. Katie Taylor must have headbutted her like 20 times and her eye was bust open and you couldn't even watch it. You were just listening to it because it was buffering. And there was another error screen that other people was getting. Netflix had various issues throughout the event.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel bad watching this fight. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it feels bad, man.
Even the legends didn't know how to feel about this. They went backstage to confront Mike Tyson before he was coming out to meet him, and it just felt weird that this was even happening.
Let's go, champ. Tell me something, nigga. Tell me something. Get in there and kick ass. That's what you do. Do it. Cut off the ring. Get it. How you doing? You doing good? You look good. I'm good, man. Thank you. Happy birthday, man. Well, thank you. All right. Yes. Time for the party now. That's party. Right, baby. The party's going to begin. Yeah. Good to see you. All right, baby. Thank you, baby.
This just didn't feel right. Mike Tyson fighting while shell of himself, getting that little standing ovation at the end was a bit of respect, but the fight wasn't enjoyable at any part to watch. Honestly, Mike Tyson literally spent just most of this fight biting down on his gloves, and he said it was some sort of twitch thing he has, but normally he wouldn't be doing it this smart.
Team was debating what you were doing with your glove. Was it a mouthpiece issue, or were you just biting on your glove? What was that? Could you tell us?
Oh, I have a habit of biting my gloves when I fight, yes.
Why do you do that?
I have a biting fixation.
I've heard about that. I don't want to know more. Stay right here, Mike, if you can. Jake.
I'm not even surprised this guy ended up doing it.
Who won?
We even had Logan Paul doing the usual moaning that he cannot promote his prime because Jake Paul has a different sponsor. They had a whole entire argument about this on a podcast, and still he was saying he's going to put it over the top of the photo.
And meanwhile,
bypass that ad real quick. So yeah, now Logan Paul is not allowed in to bring in Prime to any of Jake's fights because he is sponsored by Celsius.
And meanwhile,
come on, I'm your brother building a business.
Oh yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides.
We should have known this event was going to be a shambles from when they started showing Mike Tyson's backside doing the usual moaning that he cannot promote his prime because Jake Paul has a different sponsor. They had a whole entire argument about this on a podcast, and still he was saying he's going to put it over the top of the photo.
And meanwhile,
come on, I'm your brother building a
oh
business.
yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides,
who's
bro.
yielding What's the- here? what other side am I playing? What other side am I playing?
You play both sides.
What's
and it's
the
like,
other side that I'm playing?
I'll partner with all of your enemies.
The thing that annoyed me more than anything this event was Logan Paul saying, "I'd kill you, Mike, if I fought you," to him. It was so disrespectful and unneeded after Jake Paul just had a respectful moment with him. Logan Paul acts like he's a tough guy. He's beat Dylan Dennis and cannot box. I would love Mike Tyson to actually get to face these kind of guys in his prime.
Best night of your life, best job in the world. Built for these moments, built for this shit. One of a kind, once in a generation. My guy, my brother in Christ, God is with you. He is here, he's protecting you, he's beside you. Everything you've ever done, Jake, tonight. Tonight is the moment. Slow, be you, have fun, do what you were built to do.
They're even saying at parts of the fight after this, Jake Paul wants to call out Canelo next. They were saying he's going to fight Canelo at some point. That's the big money fight. And Jake Paul's saying that Canelo needs him. This is what Mayweather said on that.
He told me before his goal is to fight Canelo. So that's, you know where his mindset's at.
It get fucked up by Canelo. Oh, I'm sorry. It's TMT.
Yeah, you can curse. You can curse. You can curse.
I apologize, but
no apologize about.
There's no way he get demolished.
KSI trolling Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson at the venue by hiring a truck that says "Shame on you, he's 58," which is just blasting his song outside the stadium. KSI has let it be known on numerous occasions how he feels about this fight happening. It's safe to say he's probably not going to be tuning in. He's not a big fan of it.
This isn't his natural way. It is what it is. I still think he's going to absolutely destroy Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson is old as fuck. And when he does get obliterated, and then people on Twitter are going to be like, how did we let this happen? Oh no, this is so bad. Yeah, I'm going to be the one being like, well, I fucking told you, okay?
Tony Bellew was the biggest critic before the fight and said, "I don't like this stupid idiot kid, but I will say this, he stopped beating on Mike in there and showed him some respect and dignity by letting him survive. He didn't go for the KO. There, he stepped off him and let him be. Mike will adore you, you're a king, you're a superhero to all of us, the proper fight business. I don't like this stupid idiot kid, but I will say this, he stopped beating on Mike in there and showed him some respect and dignity. Why be so disrespectful, Logan Paul? I'd kill you." Do these idiots understand what the real Mike Tyson would do to them? He beat them so bad, they would beg him to stop. Saying "I'd kill you" to a grandfather isn't tough, is it? Mike stays safe.
It's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson this week, but the big question is, which pensioner will Paul fight next?
I've been asked to scour the UK to find his next opponent, and I think I have. Well done, Maurice. That's fast as lightning. Have you updated your socials? I told you to call out potential opponents. This is a Facebook post about some dog that went missing in Halifax. Nearly there, champ.
What would be having? The only compliments or positive stuff I can see about this event was the ring card girls looking nice. That's the only things that have been tweeted that's even good, because people couldn't even stream it to watch this event. And then we got to the final event, it was a bit of a letdown, and I didn't know what to expect, but a little bit more and a little bit more going for it between the two, but I didn't want to see Mike Tyson get hurt. So yeah, what a night. Imagine your screen buffering at this point of the Netflix stream. It's been one to remember in certain ways, but other ways not. Wasn't really an enjoyable fight. At least Mike Tyson didn't get brutally knocked out, and Jake Paul, I do believe, showed some mercy. He says he gave his best. Didn't seem like that, but maybe Mike Tyson is still a beast at his age.
Yeah, man, that was cool to see Jake Paul kind of let off with 10 seconds left and just kind of bow, do the bow motions. Because, when you bow to somebody, it's like showing praise to them. Really, Jake Paul's only here because Mike Tyson, was there first. And that's the cool part about it. Right now, we about to get out of here, man. If you're still here, hit the like and subscribe. Hip Hop Heist, man. We just bring you the content. Always talking news. and we talking old. So, shout out Mike Tyson. Shout out Jake Paul, man. Netflix, get them streams right. Commentators, Don't be arguing with each other. Shit ain't that deep. DC was right, man. Hip Hop Heist. Like and subscribe. Check out the sponsors in the description. Organitips, the original wood rolling tip. Cash App. Hit the Cash App up there. 432 Jasper spelled out. And then steak.us, man. I'll leave the referral code in the description. Thank you guys for watching, man. Hip Hop Heist, we out.